I'd agree and disagree. The effort was there, maybe not as consistent as we would like to see. We kind of relied on playing a little bit slower than we had in the last 4 or 5 games, 6 games. And we didn't take advantage of transition. They played really well against us. They got a lot of pucks towards our net with a lot of bodies. We had a hard time clearing out the front. I thought Cass played great. He saw a lot of rubber, but gave us a chance. Portion of time in the second period where we were up 2-1, but we weren't winning the game. We were winning the game, but we weren't winning the game. We were being outshot or outchanced, probably 2-1. Just need a little bit more compete, a little more effort, 50-50 battles in our D zone, and then playing slow just killed us. We had to play a little bit faster.
And it seemed the line of Tanner McMaster, Pontus Aberg, and Kenny Agostino played strong for you guys tonight. How would you comment on their play?
Yeah, they played pretty well. They had a good game. It's hard to evaluate and stick on a couple guys or a line when we needed more out of the entire team. But when we did play slow, we didn't build or possess the puck the way we wanted to. We didn't get into the types of regroups that we had in the past that we had success structurally against this type of defense. And then the times where we could have taken advantage of transition a little bit quicker when they had line changes or they were tired in the O-zone, we wore them down. We just didn't make the right decisions at the right times.
Kind of going back to that line, later in the game, it seemed like you had swapped Tanner and Tyler around for a couple of draws. Was that just a matter of getting some face-off leverage, or was there something you saw in Tyler's game that you wanted him on the ice for those shifts?
A little bit of both. Tyler had a lot of good looks tonight. He got to the net, had some good chances, but primarily face-offs. We weren't winning a lot of face-offs. He's our best face-off guy. And at the end of the day, it's hard to win hockey games if we don't have the puck off the draw.
When you guys pulled the goalie, you started off with 5 forwards and 1 defenseman. How did you think that looked, and is that something you think you would go back to again?
Well, yeah, we'll go back to it at some point. A lot of it's who's playing well and who are guys we've leaned on in the past or who are guys that have stepped up in big moments. So as the game goes on in those situations, you're always just going to feel for the situation and the players that you're working with.
While you maintain a playoff spot right now, there are some divisional teams closing in. What sort of message would you send to your team if they want to play in the postseason?
Consistency. We have found it for the most part. Today was a little inconsistent, but overall, if you look at the timeline in the last month or so, the team's coming along. We're doing a lot of good things. Today was a little bit of a hiccup. There were some good things out of the game, but not what we needed to find a win tonight.
Do you feel that your team was hungry at all today?
Yeah, for sure. We had pushback. We came out really hard in the first period. We had a couple O-zone shifts, a couple good looks. Same thing in the third. So there were some good pieces. It just was a little disconnected at times.
What about the number of penalties taken today, especially like the stick penalties by defensemen that are in their control? Is that not consistent?
Well, that's a problem. We can't win hockey games if we're going to spend the entire game killing. So for sure, we've got to be mindful of our sticks and how we're using them. And a little bit of that, too, is when you're not moving your feet, you put yourself in bad position while trying to defend, and then you're reaching and you're putting yourself in a vulnerable spot for the refs to call those types of things.
After today's game, what's the mentality like going into Wednesday and, again, another game without Mason Marchman and Igor Korshkov?
The mindset is it's a must-win hockey game, as they all are right now, where the playoff race is so tight.